Okay, good morning, lady bosses. Welcome to our Facebook Live for the week. I will just hang here for just a minute, but you know what? I'll take this minute to say something. In case you guys miss it, then people will catch it on the recording, and maybe I'll remember to say it at the end again. But listen, I'm working on a website, and I'm going to be reaching out to a few of you because I would love to put some testimonials on my website. Hey, Jenna, how are you? Hey, Lori, good to have you guys. But I really want to look for some testimonials, and I would love it if you'd be willing to help out in that sense. So I'll probably just reach out to a few of you, but if you would love to just offer, shoot me a private message because that would be awesome and I would so appreciate it. So anyway, hey Flo, how are you? Anna Maria, mi sorella. So nice to see you. Buongiorno. My Italian friend, my Italian sister. Okay, wow, 6 of us already. This is awesome. Well, let's get rolling. In the graphic that I put up this week for the event, there was a little sign on the side that said, do shit you love. And I like that because, listen, we are female entrepreneurs, and hopefully that means we're all doing something to follow our dreams. We are really focusing and following the thing that we love. And that is so awesome because, like, if you're not, I don't know why you would be an entrepreneur and not be following the thing you love. Hey, Bunny, how are you? I can't imagine you'd say, wow, I want to start my own business and do this. And then like maybe be a financial advisor, but you're somebody who absolutely hates finance and hates numbers. So hopefully, hey, Melissa, hopefully you're doing something you love. Michelle, yay, gosh, we're really getting a crowd early. So nice to have you all. So anyway, like I said, I really hope that, we're all following our dreams, doing things we love, but we're all going to get into places where we struggle and where things don't always go the way we want them to. Maybe you feel like you're getting too busy. Maybe you feel like your finances are really tight and, you want to grow your business, to make money, you have to spend money, but you don't have money to spend. You're just not getting clients, whatever. There are always going to be struggles. But our theme for today is if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. Okay? Think about that really deeply. I'm going to say it again. Hey, Linda Castle, if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. Okay? We're going to go into a whole lot more detail, but I'll tell you, it's so easy to get stuck when we have a problem, we have a struggle. One of the problems is when you get stuck on that, you're really going to find yourself slipping into victim mentality if you don't make change because you're just always going to be complaining, right? Oh, I wish I had money to get headshots done. I wish I could afford to go on vacation. I wish I could afford a new car or afford a nice house or, oh, this or that, or woe is me, or I lost my job. We all find ourselves in those situations. Absolutely. It happens. But you can either take the bull by the horns and decide what you're going to do about it and how you're going to change it, or you can just complain about it all the time. And listen, we have all been taught that we want to surround ourselves with like-minded people, right? Because you are the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. We've all heard that. And that's really true. When you see people really working to get healthy, if they hang out with all their unhealthy friends who want to go out and drink beer and eat pizza every night, it's not going to foster their healthy outlook, their healthy, desire to have a healthy lifestyle. So they're probably going to look for friends who are like-minded, where they can go out and have fun and do things together, but be on the same track. And another thing you want to do is surround yourself with people who are better than you, who are healthier than you, who are more successful in their business than you, because they're going to inspire you. And they're going to be great mentors for you, and you're going to learn so much from them. So it's always great to surround yourself with people who are more, because we all want to be better every day in all areas of our life. So surround yourself with people who inspire you to be that and to do that. Because if you're not going that course, if you're not the person who's looking to solve their problems, to change things, to change their situation, and you're just the complainer, you're the person that everybody's trying to move away from, right? If you're saying surround yourself with 5 healthy people, You're going to be, not spending so much time with the unhealthy influences in your life. You're going to be minimizing your exposure. Well, if you're a really negative person, people are going to feel the same way about that. They're going to really want to minimize their exposure to you, because if you're just always complaining, if you're always negative, you are just going to bring down the whole room. And nobody wants to be exposed to that every time they're with you. They're not going to want to be with you. So be the woman who supports other women, who lifts other women up, who helps, we help each other grow. Be the positive influence, not the negative Nelly. Now, that being said, no matter what I say, somebody would always have a comeback. And one comeback I can think would be like, well, yeah, but when I'm going through crap, like, I need to talk about it. And you absolutely do. And I absolutely agree. But I want to talk to you about that too, because if you just lost your job, if you just lost a friendship, or, somebody in your life passed away, I mean, no matter what you went through, you might really need to vent. And that's okay. Everybody needs to vent. Hey, Rosie. But my advice is, find somebody that you really trust, that you can vent to. And I want to give you a really clear definition of venting. Now, my background is chemical manufacturing, so it's from an industrial background. So I've got a lot of industrial definitions, pressure relief valves and things like that. And so, but something I know you all know about is an Instapot, right? Okay, so you're finished cooking. You're going to do a manual release. So you're going to release all the pressure at the end of the cycle, whatever it is you just made. So you release it, psh, and it gets to the end, psh, and it's done, right? There's nothing left to come out. You have just vented all the pressure that was in the pot. There's none left, okay? That's the definition of venting. So when you've spoken to the first person and vented and just gotten all this frustration out, it's gone. You vented. So here's what that means in the bigger picture. If you now go and talk to 10 other people about it, you're not venting anymore. You already vented. It's out. If you're talking about somebody who's really hurt you, or a relationship struggle, now it's just turned into gossip if you're talking to 10 other people about it. If you lost your job, if something happened totally out of control, and after you vented, now you're talking to 10 other people about it. Now you're just complaining. Now you're just playing the victim. So really think about that. Absolutely, you need to talk about things. Find somebody trusted, talk to one person, then be done with it, and then move on. So now, what do you do with it? One of two things, okay? Who's that? Hey, Diane, how are you? One of two things. And folks, it's just the serenity prayer. And honest to goodness, if we all just lived our lives according to the serenity prayer, how beautiful would life be? God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So you've got two choices. If you're going to just not complain the rest of your life, or just not gossip the rest of your life, you've got two choices. And your choices are that I can't do anything about it, so I'm going to let it go. Or I can do something about it. So what can I do? Let's put an action plan into place to get out of this situation. Right? I know it's easier said than done, but it's that simple of an answer. Easy to do? No. Simple? Yes. It's just one of two things. So my advice is, if you decide that your situation is something you can't do anything about, before you just work on letting it go, I really advise you to meet with someone, a mentor, a good friend, somebody you admire, and ask them what they think about it. Because you might be thinking you just have to let it go and you can't do something about it, because it's going to be hard work to make a change. No matter what happens, change is hard, and it's going to take some work. So it might be easier in a lot of ways to just say, I can't do anything about that, when in reality you can. So meet with the mentor first, so somebody can really have another set of eyes on it and really look at it. So here's an example. You complain about your finances. Like, I know my business would be more successful if I could present myself more professionally. I can't afford a photographer. I can't afford to get headshots done. So my LinkedIn profile is a selfie that I did outside, so I thought I had good lighting, but it's far from professional. And if you're marketing yourself on LinkedIn, you need a professional presence. even if it's just on Facebook, depending on what you're doing, you still need to present yourself, being true to your brand. Whatever it is that you're doing, you still want a professional look that is congruent with your brand. So you say, well, I wish I could afford that. I wish I could afford a photographer and get some headshots done, but I can't. So I've just got to accept it. When I start making, $10,000 a month, then I'll get headshots done. Well, you probably will never get to that point if you don't do things right in the beginning. So there's where my advice comes in. Hey, Terry, how are you? This is where you meet with a mentor. Talk to somebody you really trust to say, okay, listen, you really think you can't afford it, but how important is this? This is really something critical right in the beginning to really brand yourself properly, because this is how people are going to learn to trust you and to want to hand you their business, to want to work with you. So let's get out the checkbook. Let's look at your finances and see what's really going on. Okay, so, here's how much money you have coming in. And, I see this month you spent $50 on a planner. Okay. And what's this? Okay. Oh, you bought some nice little things for your desk and do you see where I'm going? I heard a quote that I heard at convention last year for my health coaching practice, and I just saw the note last night. It's one of the best things I ever heard. But your calendar and your bank account show what's important to you. So, somebody's going to help you looking at your finances and okay, well, maybe for that money you spent making your desk look pretty, you could have had some headshots done. Okay. We are always going to be choosing based on what's important to us. You might not say in your head that it's important to you, but your checkbook or your calendar is going to prove what's important to you. Another example, personal life. Some of the examples I said earlier, I wish I could afford to go on vacation. I wish I could afford to have a new car. My husband had a guy working with him years ago who was always like, man, I wish I could afford a Harley. And he said to him, dude, based on the amount of beer and cigarettes, the money you spend on beer and cigarettes a week could afford you 2 Harleys. So I don't want to hear it. And there's the problem. Our bank account, our spending, our calendar, that is what shows the truth. That is what shows what our real priorities were. Yeah, some people just want everything. Okay, we know we can't have everything, but don't wish and complain that you can't have a Harley when you can. But it's your choice not to. It's your choice to spend your money somewhere else. So don't complain that you're this poor victim who can't have what they want, but I can't afford this, I can't afford that. But I see your Facebook feed. I see that you're out 3-4 nights a week having dinner, having drinks. I see the new dress you got to go out this weekend and the new shoes and listen, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying be honest with yourself and understand that where you are because you are choosing to be there. If you're not changing it, you're choosing it. Another big area is being busy. I'm too busy. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't go to networking groups. I can't do this. I'm too busy. I can't do one more thing. I can't call 5 clients a day like I should because I'm too busy. And I'll hear people have these conversations and I'll hear people, they're just convinced they're the busiest one in the room. Totally convinced. Nobody is busier than them. And then in the very next conversation I hear them having with someone else, I hear them talking about the 20 TV shows they're following and the movies they saw last week and all the other things they've done. So again, I'm not passing judgment and saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying, be honest with yourself. Nobody in the world is too busy to not do what's important. Nobody. And here's an example I've used a million times and you've probably heard it if you've known me any length of time. But if you are one of these people who thinks I can't squeeze one more thing into a day, I'm lucky if I can get dressed before noon or brush my teeth before I go to bed. I am that busy. But your little girl comes home from ballerina classes one night and says, I just got picked to be in this huge production. And for the next 3 months, I have practice 4 nights a week. And she currently only has practice 1 night a week. Are you going to find time to get her to practice? Hell yeah, you are, because it's that important. This has been her dream since she's 2 years old, and she's really good, and she's got an opportunity that every kid's not going to have. Absolutely, you are going to find time to do it. And what's going to suffer? Well, hopefully you're strategic enough with your time and you're structured enough with your time that the things that suffer are things that really aren't that important. And that's the problem. We are spending so much time on things that aren't that important. Maybe you're not going to watch The Bachelor for the next 6 weeks or however long it is that she has to go. Okay? Is that going to be the end of your world? You know, I really hope you don't say yes, but that's not going to be the end of the world, I'm sure. So no matter how busy you are, you have time for something if it's important enough to you. So you need to make that distinction. So when you find yourself facing that kind of a challenge, like I said, two choices: you accept where you are or you change it. Before you just accept it, talk to somebody, really do a good analysis of it. And if you do an analysis by yourself and decide, yes, I can't do anything about this, put another set of eyes on it, because you might be blind to some things that are obvious and right in front of you that you haven't even seen. But if you can do something about it, get into action and figure it out. If you lost your job, look for another job. Increase what you're doing. You're maybe not making the money you need to with your business. You need 10 more clients. Well, how many people do you have to talk to a day to find 10 more clients? Maybe you need to join some networking groups and get out and start meeting people. But you have to do it. If you're not doing it, if you're not putting the energy in to change your situation, you are choosing it. No question. You cannot play the martyr, because you're not a victim. You're not a martyr. You're choosing it. So you're right where you want to be. You might not think you want to be there, but if you're not doing anything about it, you're choosing to be there. Simple as that. So I have to warn you, I should have warned you about this from the beginning, but as I'm getting older, I've seen two things change in my life, and they almost seem like they're contradictory, but they're kind of not. They're really not. In one area, I feel myself being so much more patient of things that are important, whether it's like having to repeat things 3 times when I talk to my mom. I can feel patience for that I don't know that I always would have had, or patience with my grandchildren, different situations. But on the flip side, I'm having less and less tolerance. And you almost think tolerance and patience would be the same thing, but in this case, they're not. I don't have the tolerance for bullshit anymore. And I think that's what a lot of this comes down to. I'm too busy. I don't have the money. I can't do this. People who play the victim, I have no tolerance for. And it doesn't mean I'm going to rip you a new one. It doesn't mean I'm going to say anything. I'm just probably going to smile and nod. But inside, just know that if you're one of those people, I'm churning and I feel like I want to explode. Because ladies, you are powerful. You are strong. You're female entrepreneurs. Look at you going after your dreams. Look at all of us doing stuff that women didn't think about doing 2 generations ago. I mean, we can do anything. It's just amazing and exciting to be at the place where we are, where there are so many women-owned businesses, small businesses, where we're following our dreams. That's exciting. But you have power beyond what you even realize. Hey, Judy, how are you? So really, don't ignore that. And don't ignore the fact that there are no walls. You hit a brick wall, there's a woman on the top of that wall reaching a hand down to help you climb over it. There are no walls here. And you know what? Hey, if by chance you do find one that absolutely we can't do anything about, hey, then we link arms and we move forward together and just say, look, this is what it is. So we're just going to let that roll off our back, walk forward and move toward the things and focus on the things that we can do something about. That's it. That's all I've got. Boy, I'm right up at my time. Does anybody have any questions or comments? I hope that was valuable to you, because it's something I'm confronted with all the time, that I see all the time. And I just really want to help you understand that you have power to change anything. And if you don't know how to do it, that's where you reach out and ask for help. And somebody is there to help you. There's so much help out there, whether it's individuals, podcasts, personal development books, whatever. There's so much out there to help you to make the changes you have to be whatever you want to be in life, in business. So, hey, Darlene, how are you? Looks like Darlene just got here. Darlene, we're getting ready to say goodbye, but I hope you'll come back and see the recording. And listen, I want to quickly repeat what I said in the beginning that most of you didn't hear, but I'm working on finishing up a new website, and I'm going to be looking in different areas of what I do. I'm looking for a few testimonials. So I'm looking for a few testimonials for lady bosses, a few testimonials for my coaching practice, and a few testimonials for my public speaking. I really want to have that be part of my website. So I'm probably going to personally reach out to some of you that, I have told me you've received value from those things, but if you'd like to do it, Darlene says, hi, yes, I will. Awesome. If you'd like to, shoot me a private message because it would be so beneficial. I'm only looking for like a sentence or two, but I would love to have you participate in that. That'd be a way you could really help me. So, okay, ladies, listen, if that's all you have for now, if you have comments, shoot them in the comments later and I'll answer your questions, but I will let you go. I hope you have a great day, a great week, and we'll see you here next Tuesday, same time, same place. Bye.